Okay, so the last time we were playing the Great Ace Attorney, which was last night for me, we were supposed to. Okay, we're gonna start with investigation part 4 of episode 5. There's a lot of parts in this. It's probably because it's. I think, from what I know, do they usually do 4 cases or 5 cases each game? Maybe this is like the end. But I saw other episodes, so maybe not. 16th April, 1:26 p.m. Windy Banks Pawnbrokery. Here we are again at the scene of the crime. Hello, Gregson. Not now to thrust these representation papers in Gregson's face and see what he makes of them. Hello again, Inspector. Do you have a minute, please? What is it now? You should go home and get some rest. Here you are, Grexy. Here are the representation papers. Your ladyship! How? I don't believe it. How the devil did you get that stubborn little dragabash to sign that? I salute you. That is good work, that is. I can see you've been very busy here as well. How about some tea? It's a special blend designed to relieve fatigue. Oh, Gregson. Ah, lovely. Well, let's see now. Yes, I hardly feel tired at all. I'm fit as a fiddle, your ladyship. Would it be alright if we investigated the scene of the crime then? Do as you please. You know where it happened. Through that door behind the counter. Yes, the storeroom. That's where I discovered Mr. Windybank and GINA. Right, well, I'll be getting back to business then. Will you be investigating in the storeroom as well, Inspector? If I'm perfectly honest, we need to wrap this up before long. Can't afford to spend too much time on it. But there are so many articles to go through, it's taking forever, even with the lads working around the clock. Which is a problem, because there's another case the Yard needs to investigate urgently. That must be what Lord Strongheart meant by far more serious matters before. So what I'm saying is, don't get under my feet, sunshine. Come then, let us not waste any time. Let us examine. There's the article ledger here, and Misty Windybank's notes. And what's this? It looks as though someone has left a little photographic print behind. Oh, look on the back. There's some writing. Is there? Oh, show us, Susie. Show us. Didn't GINA have it as well, or am I hallucinating? 15 February, 10:30 p.m. Article deposited. 1 gentleman's overcoat. Loan amount paid £1. Redemption deadline 15th April, 10:30 p.m. A gentleman's overcoat pawned for £1. Clearly it was a very fine coat. In fact, I think... Yes, this must be the ticket for the overcoat that Ginny's redeemed yesterday and is still wearing, which belonged to McGilded. I would never expected the redemption ticket to be handwritten on the back of a photograph though. It seems Mr. Windybank just used whatever piece of paper he happened to have to hand. But this photograph of a cat, it looks very familiar, doesn't it? I'm sure I've seen this exact same picture somewhere else recently. Oh, yes, you're right. Very recently. It's the same as the one Ginny gave us earlier. I remember that. Of course, I was forgetting that she gave us that print. Well, what are you waiting for then, Mr. Naruhodo? Get it out. Alright, let the cogs turn. Yes, they're exactly the same. No, they're not exactly the same. The one on the left side has the eyes little bit like turned towards the left. Well, if the one on the counter was used as a redemption ticket, perhaps the other photograph that GINA gave us has something written on the back too. I've got it. These 2 photographs hide an amazing secret. A secret? What does she mean? You must tell us, Iris, at once. Do you really want to know? Yes, we need you to tell us all you know about this pair of photographs. I should check the court record. You know what? Okay, this is the new stuff. Look, on the back of this print here, there's something written on it. 13th February 9 pm. Article deposited. 1 small box. Loan amount paid 10 shillings. Redemption deadline 13th April 9 pm. So this photographic print of the redemption ticket for an article that was deposited 2 days prior to the incident on the omnibus, it would seem. Yes, a small box. That doesn't tell us much about it, does it? Perhaps it contains some valuable mementos. I can't help wondering. Presumably, Mr. McGilded never redeemed the article in question since he still had the ticket. So isn't it possible that the box is still present somewhere in the shop? Ah, yes! If it's something McGilded deposited, we need to investigate. Okay, let's go. We'll check in the storeroom soon. Then, okay, let's see the representation grid. I, the undersigned, agree to legal representation by the lawyer named hereunder in regard to the following incident. GINA Lestrade, alleged offense, murder of Baker Street pawnbroker, date of trial, 17 April 10 am. Attorney-in-law, Renosuke Naruhodo. Okay. We can converse with Iris. Okay, let's converse with her. So Iris, about these two photographic prints, the one we found here in Mr. Windybank's counter and the one GINA gave us before. What is this amazing secret you mentioned that's hidden between these two identical prints? Actually, that's not quite right. Sorry? If you look carefully, the two prints aren't the same, yeah. Not exactly. They're not? Have another look at them now. Can you see that they're just slightly different from each other? I think so. It's very subtle though. But what's the reason for the subtle difference between the two prints? Ah, well, it's because they're set, you see? No, I don't. This pair of photographs is meant to be used in the stereoscope. Yeah, stereoscope. Everyone in London is raving about them at the moment. Ah, a stereoscope. Why do I feel as though I've heard that word before recently? It's literally just there, Renosuke. Oh yes, that's what Mr. Sholmes showed us yesterday. You see? There it is, just over there. Ah yes, of course, that magical machine that makes pictures look almost real enough to touch. Well, actually, it's quite possible to see the same depth in pictures even without one of those contraptions. What? Really? Do you know how a pair of flat photographic prints can appear to have any depth in the first place? No, I have no idea. Oh, wonderful! Then I'll be able to tell you. She's over the moon, bless her. Should we let her explain though? We really need to carry on investigating the scene. I, for one, simply have to know. Okay, let's know about this. How stereoscopic prints work. Have you ever considered, Bruno, how our eyes see depth in the world around us? No, I don't think too deeply. Well, I just open them and it works. And that's how I feel, Renosuke. But the reason it works is because we have two eyes. Two eyes. Shocking. If you try closing just one eye at a time, I think you'll see straight away. I have really bad eyesight, so if I close one eye, I can barely see anything from the first eye. What you see with your left eye and what you see with your right eye are ever so slightly different. You get a different view with each eye. Okay, that I can understand. Yes, the position of objects seem to shift slightly. Exactly, and in your head, your brain uses that shift to estimate depth as it merges the two views into one. That's how we can sense depth in everything we see. Huh, my brain really is amazing, isn't it? It does so much without telling me. Ah, I think I see. So the pair of photographs consist of a left eye view and a right eye view. Is that right? Oh, well done, Susie. You're so quick. So if you can persuade your brain to merge the two pictures together in your head, you'll be able to see depth in these prints. Yes, Bruno, you're beginning to understand. Oh my god, I'm stuttering like anything. And the stereoscope's function is to act as your brain and allow you to do just that. Yes, but as long as you have two images, two eyes, and one brain, you can actually do it yourself without needing a stereoscope at all. You can? Really? How to view stereoscopic prints. Let's try it. Let's see if we can view this pair of prints without the help of a stereoscope. Oh yes, I'm dying to have a go. Zato-san really loves this kind of thing. You need to be able to cross your eyes, that's the main thing. Can you both do that? I cannot do that. Cross my eyes? I think I can. Watch me and see if you can copy. I can't do that. Make your eyes do this. Alright, let me try. Are you ready, Mr. Naruhodo? There, how's that? Wonderful, now it's your turn, Bruno. The trick is to concentrate on looking at the bridge of your nose with both eyes at the same time. Not exactly an easy task when two people are staring at you cross-eyed. Alright, that's enough practice. Now let's try looking at the prints. Start by staring at one print and slowly crossing your eyes. You should see two overlapping images like this. You try it now, Bruno. I'm just gonna have to give it a try, I suppose. Oh my god, I don't know how I would do it. Did the print split into two images for you? Now the next step is to put the pair of prints side by side like this, and then to try crossing your eyes again. The prints should slowly merge together. Until they form a new single image in the center. Oh yes! Mr. Naruhodo, it works! I can see it in the middle now. It looks surreal, so I could look at it all day. I would advise that your eyes might start to hurt. Your turn, Bruno. Pretend you're looking through the two pictures and slowly cross your eyes. Keep adjusting the position of your eyes until the two images overlap exactly in the middle. Like this, is it? Oh my god. How the fuck am I gonna do that? There, you managed it, so now you know how stereoscopic images work. Well, I don't know who discovered it, but it really is quite extraordinary. So, what do you think of the stereoscopic prints then, Bruno? They're certainly amazing, but it isn't easy to get the knack of viewing them properly. No, some people find it easier than others. But that's why contraptions like this exist for people who find it tricky. Oh, I recognize that. We saw one over there yesterday, didn't we? If I remember correctly, you press this little knob here. Is this going to be a new mechanic? Then set the pair of photographs in this stand at the back and... It's still amazing even though I know roughly how it works now. Well, London seems to agree with you. Stereoscopes are very popular at the moment. You can find one of those folding contraptions in lots of households in the capital currently. But if these little machines are so affordable, surely there's no need to go around staring cross-eyed at pictures like you hate them. That is true. But it's much more satisfying to be able to see the effect with your own eyes. Well, I think so in any case. Stereoscopic pictures, I never even heard of them until yesterday. We've certainly learned a lot about them, but I wonder if it's knowledge that I'll ever actually need. You'll definitely need it. Okay, let's check the code record. So this is the second of the two photographic prints of the cat, and it really does look like Vagahai. It looks exactly the same as the first photograph at first glance. I suppose that's what's so compelling. Actually, now we have both pictures. I could have another go at viewing them as a stereoscopic image. So I need to cross my eye and try to get the two cats to merge in the middle as one. It's such a hard thing to do. Whoever thought of this in the first place must have spent a long time staring. Would you mind if I showed you this, Iris? It's just a boring old thing really, but... Oh, I don't really like boring things. It looks like Japanese modesty is easily misinterpreted by young Western children. I mean, who does like boring things? No one wants to be shown something boring. Come to think of it, you're always introducing things with this. This is boring, but it's a bad habit. You should stop it. I'll be sure to let the entire population of the Empire of Japan know on my return. Okay, let's examine more stuff. That ledger that's open an account, there really is enormous, isn't it? It must be an awful lot of work to keep track of all these hundreds of items in pawn. It's too much to think about. Better to sell it all and have a clear head if you ask me. Clearly, Mr. Windybank was careful when it came to the articles in his care. Let's talk to this guy. The police are scouring every inch of this place by the look of it. Instructions from the yard are to examine every article in the shop and every ledger and book of accounts. Every article? But that's ridiculous amount of work, surely. We've been hard at it ever since the shop was declared a crime scene in the early hours. We're still sifting through it all in shifts at least, but still, we'll be working through the night, that's for sure. Even then we'll barely have scratched the surface. A crime in a pawnbroker's, it must be every policeman's worst nightmare. It's every copper's worst nightmare, you know, a crime in a pawnbroker's. Oh, I feel bad for you. You know what, let's see this thing. I'm fairly sure this contraption was here yesterday as well. Here we are, though I'm not confident I can get it closed again. Oh, yes, that's a folding stereoscope. Really? This is a stereoscope? Mr. Shum showed us a picture yesterday that you were supposed to be able to see in 3 dimensions. But for that, he used a great big contraption over there. Ah, well, that's for use in public houses and places like that. It contains a carousel with all sorts of pictures inside. But this little thing is a much simpler design for use at home. There are special shops selling prints you can use in them. I have a little collection myself. I wonder if I could make money out of these in Japan. It would be keeping my toilet sparkling clean anyway. Okay, let's check this music box. That's a music box. Do you have them where you came from, Bruno? Yes, but I've never seen one as large as this in Japan. Oh, well, this will be a treat. Shall we have a listen? We listened to this yesterday. It's a very nice song. What do you think? Isn't it a pretty sound? It's a beautiful sound, yes, but it's a little hard to enjoy when all the policemen in the room are giving you fierce looks. Never mind that. If any of them see anything, I'll tell Grexy to have a word. Iris Wilson, Superintendent of Scotland Yard. Okay, anything else? Okay, let's go this way. This is that strange contraption that lets you see pictures of things as if they were right in front of your eyes. It makes you think. When Mr. Sholmes gleefully showed it to us yesterday, we were blissfully unaware that any of this was about to happen. Oh, that's... Don't make it depressing, Runosuke. Let's talk to this guy. This offer has been staring intently at the wall since before we came in here. Oh, there's blood over there. Oh, shh, keep it down. Oh, sorry. There's a major clue just here. Really? Then we must tell Grexy at once. But as soon as I report it, that'll be it. I'll be stuck here even longer. Stuck here? What do you mean? I haven't been home in 2 days already. I need another constable to relieve me and take over me shift. They really have a tough time, the British police. That doesn't stop us investigating though, does it? No, I suppose not. I'm fairly sure it was a calendar he was peering at. Let's see. Ah, look here. Oh yes, a bullet hole, and I can see the bullet is still lodged in the wall. Presumably Mr. Windybank wasn't practicing with his revolver in his spare time. Ah, well... Mr. Sholmes likes to practice in his drawing room whenever he can. He's very patriotic like that. Sorry? It's all there in the adventures of Herlock Sholmes, you know. Isn't that right, Iris? Ah, did I write something like that? Partly in jest, perhaps. In jest? Well, he doesn't do it often. It's quite a dangerous pastime. He doesn't do it often. He shouldn't even do it once. Forget that for now, Runo. Let's examine this bullet. What's that around the bullet hole? Is it blood? Runosuke. Bro, that's not just a little bit, it's a lot. A suspicious red stain on the calendar. Aha! I may well be able to help with that. What? There's nothing like the sight of blood to get the blood pumping, is there, Runo? I don't think a 10-year-old should say that. I have a feeling I'm not as bloody-minded as you, Iris. I'm afraid the sight of blood makes my blood turn cold. There you have it, you see? When it comes to blood, we're all different types. Yes, what a scientific observation. So you need this. Oh no, what is that scary-looking thing? Hurley and I haven't actually come up with a name for it yet. But as soon as you see it in action, you'll understand what it does. Watch. Oh? Oh, green. Oh, the color of the bloodstain has changed. There, does it make sense now? Yes, I think I'm starting to understand. Good. It works on the principle that different people have different types of blood, you see? Yes, how wonderful! The chemical it fires combines with the blood and makes it change color, so you can identify whose blood it is that you're looking at. In a flash. Oh, what a fabulous invention, Iris. Isn't it? Isn't it? I bet Ginny wouldn't say it's bleeding great. So whose blood are we looking at then? You probably have no idea. Well, all the chemical does is turn the blood a different color, so just find someone whose blood turns the same color and you'll know who it belongs to in a flash. It's more like 2 flashes really, isn't it? 1 flash or 2, this could well turn out to be a very valuable clue. So, we must make a note of it in the court record. The blood sample has been entered. Okay, it turns... different people's blood turns different colors. Okay. Let's keep testing and adding the results of any other blood analysis to the portfolio. As long as I have Regent left, sure. I think we're done. We'll have to go here. Okay, let's go in here. Behind that door is the storeroom, isn't it? That's what Grexy said. I do feel bad for Windybank. He talked so much about dying that he actually did die. Yes, and that's where I saw that dreadful scene last night. Through the little window in the door. GINA, you shouldn't have gone at night. Mr. Windybanks face down on the floor with GINA beside him. As the As the accused legal representative, you have the right to examine the scene, Mr. Naruhodo. We must make a thorough investigation. Yes, of course, and we will. Behind that door, that's the real scene of the crime. I don't think you should go there, Iris. Don't worry, if there are clues in there, I'll find them. There's something on the floor. I cannot press on it, but there's something on the floor. Okay, let's move, I guess. Okay, Windybank storeroom. Okay, at least his body is not there anymore. 16th April, Windybank storeroom. Should we really bring Iris in here though? Poor Iris, she's clammed up completely. Iris is bound to find this difficult. After all, Misty Windybank's life was taken in this very room only last night. Gregson, what's up? Ah! Wait, Inspector? What is it now, Sunshine? He took one look at me and tried to run away. You think a Scotland Yard inspector would run away from some jumped-up little defense lawyer, do you? Gregson, just don't do it. I've never seen her leadership looking like that before, is the thing. I didn't know what to say to her. So you weren't running away from me, you were running away from a 10-year-old. I'm afraid this is all a little much for young Iris. Some gentle reassurance might go a long way, perhaps, Inspector. Eh? Come on, Gregson. Come on, Gregson. Don't trouble yourself unduly, your leadership. I mean, at least you're not dead, are you? guy doesn't know how to comfort children. I don't think that went very well. Why? Look, I'm in the middle of an investigation here, Sunshine, and I told you not to get under my feet. Bro embarrassed himself so hard. And we have investigating to do ourselves. Yes, I'd like to hear more of what the socially inept inspector has to say. Oh, Hurley, and inquire into how Mr. Sholmes' operation is going. Okay, let's converse first, I guess. The scene of the crime. So, Inspector, what do you make of the crime scene here? Sure, you've got eyes, haven't you? Use them. It is what it looks like. Nothing more, nothing less. Iris, could you lend me a hand? So, Crexy, what do you make of the crime of the scene here? Oh yes, your ladyship, do allow me to humbly explain. Last night, at shortly after the hour of 1 o'clock in the morning, Scotland Yard police attended the scene. The one and only door to the storeroom was found locked from the inside. So it was locked from the inside. The lock appears to be broken now though. Was that the police officer's doing? Quite right, ma'am, quite right. We took the liberty of smashing the door in, as humbly as possible. Oh! As you can see, the victim was discovered prostrate on the floor, thus wise. And next to the aforementioned body, we discovered the vile gutter child. Are you talking about Ginny? She's my friend, you know, Inspector. Miss Lestrade, the hapless girl, was curled up on the floor, dead to the world. She's still alive, you know. Yes, when I saw her, she appeared to be unconscious, and I'm afraid to say she had the gun that was used in her hand. No! Presumably, it's the gun that's still down there on the floor now. In her pocket, we found the key to the door as well. What? The key to the storeroom? And you say the storeroom had been locked from the inside, Inspector? Correct. All of which leaves her ladyship's friend in something of a sticky situation, I'm afraid. Another locked room mystery. One was the omnibus, which was not exact. I mean, this was in the carriage. Obviously, my personal opinion is that it's all some sort of misunderstanding. Of course it is, Inspector. Of course it is. Sholmes' operation. Rexy, do you know anything about Hurley? Is the operation finished? Is Hurley alright? Is he? The thing is, don't mince your words, Inspector, please. You don't mean to say that Mr. Sholmes is... No, the operation's done and dusted. It's just that, well... Out with it! Yes, ma'am. They use something called general anesthetic. It's the latest thing. Renders the whole body insensitive. The whole body anesthetist. Wait, I don't know how to pronounce that. Is that even possible? It means the operation can be completed while the patient is fast asleep. Oh, goodness, in the Empire of Japan, we can just manage to provide laughing gas for tooth extraction. The trouble is, the latest thing isn't always the greatest thing, if you follow my meaning. They couldn't get the medication to work at first, so it took hours for him to nod off, or so I hear. And now that op's finished, they can't get him to wake up apparently. Oh no! I've heard nightmare stories of anesthetic, like, because anesthetic is like you basically are kind of like dead in a way. Your brain, okay, don't ask, I don't know the thing, but a lot of people say like it's the feeling of just like you feel like you died, and then you wake up from it after the effects are gone. But if you do too much or too little, you are like you might just be either you are in incredible pain, you're awake for the whole operation, which is traumatizing, or you're dead. That's why I think a lot of the people who administer anesthetic have like some of the most important jobs, and probably high paying because of that. Oh my! No one knows if it's the anesthetic still in his system or if the bloke's just plain exhausted. But anyway, all they can do is stand back and watch until he comes around again. Hurley! The moment he opens his eyes to leadership, I swear I shall get word to you. What a surprise, even in matters of life and death, Mr. Sholmes has to do things his way. Ay, Sholmes. You're worrying little Iris. Let's present some stuff. Inspector, what do you make of this? Ah, what have we here then? A redemption ticket for an article deposited here, is it? Looks like someone ran out of office stationery and wrote the ticket on whatever paper was to hand. Yes, this is the ticket for McGilded's overcoat, the one that little diver turned up with yesterday. Oh, actually no, it's not. Really? Think you know better than me, do ya? No, I didn't mean to, Bruno's right, Drexy. It isn't the same ticket. Of course it isn't. Of course it isn't. I never doubted your leadership. So, what's all this about then, if I might be so bold as to ask? This is a second ticket. A second one? Seemed that Mr. McGilded in fact had another article in storage here at Windy Banks. Is that right? I think we need to discuss this further with the Inspector, Mr. Naruhodo. Oh good, because he's ever so easy to talk to. Okay, the second redemption ticket. This ticket was in one of the pockets of Mr. McGilded's overcoat. Eh? You mean to tell me? Yes, there was more than just a music box disc, it seems. I should have insisted on the lads taking it back to the yard and examining it properly. Well, according to the details on this ticket, Mr. McGilded deposited another article here with Mr. Windybank. Yes, I can see it written here. A small box, was it? Do you have any idea where it is, Grexy? Any idea at all? It's another article belonging to Mr. McGilded. It could be an important clue. Well, yes, I suppose it could be. What's wrong? Please, stop looking at me with those big turquoise eyes, as all full of hope and expectation. It's too much pressure. I'll lose my marbles, I will. I'll go barking. This is no time for dog impressions, Inspector. Oh god, that's enough sauce from you, Sunshine. There is one thing that springs to mind. According to this ticket, the redemption deadline's already passed, hasn't it? Oh yes, of course. Articles are only held for 2 months. So the small box will no longer be in here then. That's right, it's been forfeited. Which means it could be on the shelves in the front of the shop where the forfeited items are offered for sale. Yes, the shelves in the front. We must search them at once. You're wasting your time. Oh, there are dozens of little boxes out there, hundreds even. We can't possibly know which one might have been Mr. McGilded's. That information's not written in the ledger. Ugh. Well, I think we should at least have a look, just in case. Of course, Your Ladyship, of course. Very sensible of you, I'm sure. This is getting old. At least in the games, they're like, oh, this gag is getting a little too old. Like, they mention it, because even they're like, oh, come on, dude, chill out. Do we give this to him? Inspector Gregson, could you give me your opinion about this, do you think? We don't tend to share sunshines, not with the general public. Ugh. In that case, Grexy, how about some herbal tea? Ah, lovely! So very much. That really hit the spot. Your Ladyship, you don't mind sharing that then? Okay, let's, I guess, examine. The blood. Police have marked the position of the body with a chalk line. Poor Mr. Windybank, he was a nice old man. Well, he was shot just once through the heart. Oh shit. Most likely the fellow died instantly. He wouldn't have felt a thing. Hey, at least he died instantly. He wouldn't have felt a thing. This must be his blood then. Ah! I don't like to ask at such a wretched time, Iris, but I wonder if perhaps... Don't worry, Susie. I'm ready for action. Ooh. Okay, it's not the one on the calendar. So now we know the color the chemical turns when it reacts with Mr. Windybank's blood. Blue. And it doesn't match our analysis of the bloodstain we found in the main shop. No, but let's add the sample to the others we've already collected anyway. Okay, nice. Wait, can we actually check the blood portfolio for everything? Oh, here. Oh, unknown. Windy Bank's main shop, green. Windy Bank store, pop. Windy Bank, blue. Okay, got it. Nice. I like this stuff. I like they add like mechanics even though it's like later in the game. It's nice. Examine. Oh, let's examine the. Wait. We need to examine more. Iris? Don't worry, I'm alright. But we must find the true culprit. Yes, absolutely. Okay, let's look at the gun. This is a revolver, a real one. And quite possibly the murder weapon used to take Mr. Windybank's life. What's the matter, Susie? You and Bruno look like you're about to faint. Well, it's just that I've rarely seen a gun in the flesh. And I've had issues with guns since... Oh, we forgot that we were accused of murder because of a gun. But anyway, we saw Mr. Windybank with this yesterday, didn't we? I should have to take my own life. Oh, this is so... Now it's just very bad because you actually died. It must be the same gun. And last night, when I looked through the spy hole in the door to the storeroom here, that was the same gun I saw in GINA's hand. Mr. Windybank told us that he only ever had a single bullet loaded in his revolver, didn't he? Well, it's empty now. The one and only bullet he had in his gun had been fired. So we can be fairly certain that only a single shot was fired from this revolver. Maybe this gun was not shot at him. Could be somebody else he shot. The one with the green blood. Okay, let's look at the cycle. Look at all these articles that have been deposited. The room is stuffed full of them. I can't believe how many there are. A bicycle, a gramophone, musical instruments, even some enormous paintings. Look! Pieces of different people's life quietly gathering dust in here together. There's something very peaceful about the atmosphere in here. Or at least there would be if not for the chalk outline on the floor and the policemen shuffling around. Not much I can do about that, sunshine. Okay, we look at this area. Okay, anything over here? Okay, so basically only the box we gotta look at. Out of all the articles in the storeroom, this is the only thing that shows any sign of being ransacked. Ah! What is it, Iris? That's the box file that my manuscript was being kept in. Oh! Iris's unpublished story, The Hound of the Baskervilles. Surely that's not what all this... Oh no. Sorry, Iris, but if you ask me, he sold it. Without telling you. We must check inside the box. At once. Yes. Okay. Ah! It was there. The Iris' story was there. Really? It was? Well, that's good news, isn't it, Iris? Yes. I mean, of course, I believed Hurley when he said he'll deposit it here, but still, it's a relief to actually see it. Really? Because that's not a very well hidden frown. Okay, a long unpublished story that Mr. Shum deposited at the pawnbrokery of the victim. The Hound of the Baskervilles. Okay, let's check. Examine it. The Hound of the Baskervilles. How did Sudato-san know that the exact title of this unpublished story? I suppose I'll just have to wait until she's ready to explain it to me. I'm so sorry. Anything else? Okay, nothing else. Okay, we should go back probably then. move to Windy Bank's main shop. Okay, let us examine the shelves. Yes, this is where all the items that have been forfeited by the original owners are offered for sale. That's right, they have all got little price labels on them, but there are so many. I wonder if the small box this ticket was for is still on the shelf somewhere. Box that McGilded deposited here just over 2 months ago. Even if it were, finding it promises to be very troublesome indeed. There are so many boxes, it could be any one of them. Mr. Shom said that a pawnbroker's was the safest place to store anything, more secure than a bank holds. So perhaps the small box of Mr. McGilded contains something of very great value. Well, if that's the case, he'll probably have kept it locked. So then, we need to find every box with a lock and break them all open. Hiya! And why did you throw me instead? That sort of misconduct would get you arrested. I won't let that happen. Ah, this takes me back. It's been some time since Siddhartha-san last threw me. Oh, my manuscript. Mr. Shom said he deposited it at Windy Banks, and he had. But it's so strange. What is it about this particular story? I worked so hard on it. Why would Hurley say I can't publish it? I'm afraid I have no idea. All you can do is wait until he's ready to tell you, I suppose. Oh, maybe. It's because Hurley isn't in it enough. Maybe I didn't give him enough good lines. Yes, maybe. I wish I could say that definitely isn't the reason, but I can't. Okay. Is there more stuff to examine? I can't tell. Let's maybe present it to Gregson. This is that what I think it is? Your leadership's latest? Yes, my latest story. It's called The Hound of the Baskervilles. A most fascinating title, your leadership. Fascinating. And I don't suppose. Would there be any mention of my humble self in the tale this time? Good question. I can't really remember. I see. Well, why would you, your leadership? I'll just await a publication with eager anticipation. You needn't worry, Inspector. I'm sure if you do appear, you won't be doing anything particularly remarkable. You looking to be arrested, Sunshine? I didn't mean it like that. And even if I did, you wouldn't have bitten her leadership's head off, would you? Yeah, I'm gonna just look at... Maybe there's something I can present. Oh, there's blood here! Miss Naruhodo! I don't know if you have noticed, but there's something rather troubling here. I have noticed. The red smear, you mean? Yes, it looks like blood, doesn't it? I wonder if Susato-san had picked up on that. Well, in that case, yes, we need Iris. We should show this to her before we forget. Okay, pawnbroker's ticket code. Okay, let's go back. Show it to Iris. Oh, that looks like blood. I would say it's from a gloved finger, almost certainly a glove made of leather. Well, don't worry, Bruno. You can leave the rest to me. Purple. Look at that. Yes, that's a color we haven't seen before, isn't it? We simply must add it to the portfolio of blood samples. It could be an important clue. Although it would be nice to find out whose blood these different colors correspond to at some point. Well, this particular stain of blood... Oh, you've had an idea, haven't you? I have no idea. Do you know whose blood this is? I have to press I think I do but I don't know who it is. Yes, I have an idea whose blood it is. Not from the color it turned, but with a little deduction. That's right, I think it's clear. Iris, you know as well? You first, Bruno. Who do you think it belongs to? Alright, I believe that this is the blood of... Well, this article was deposited on the day of the... Wait. 13 February. This is before the omnibus incident. This was like at the time of the omnibus incident. And the only one who was bloodied during the omnibus thing was probably Thrice Fired Mason. Is this Thrice Fired Mason? Because I don't think GINA ever bled. McGilded never bled because he was the one who did it. And I don't think anybody else. It must be Thrice Fired. It could be Pop Windy Bang as well, but no, but it was in GINA's pocket, so it can't be Pop Windy Bang. Probably Thrice Fired Mason. Yeah, I'm gonna choose Thrice Fired Mason. Thrice Fired Mason. You don't sound very sure of yourself the way you trailed off there. I mean, I'm not sure. I would, if it's not him, then it's probably GINA. I don't know. But there was never a point in the game I ever saw GINA ever get bloodied though. But it was 2 months ago now, that case. And of course I never met the victim, so I'm struggling to remember his name. He was definitely Thrice Fired though. The victim of the omnibus case? Yes, his name was indeed Mr. Thrice Fired Mason. But that would mean that this bloodstain was left on the ticket 2 months ago. Yes, I think it was. GINA bought this ticket here to Windy Banks yesterday. I'm suggesting that the bloodstain was already on it at the time. So it's a smear of blood from the time that Mr. Mason was killed 2 months ago. Something else is coming back to me now. Mr. McGilded was also wearing leather gloves that night. Now I ask you, what good-hearted soul wouldn't rush to help a fellow bleeding from his stomach? I wasn't about to start worrying about me gloves now, was I? I reached out to give the man a hand. Okay, so he probably touched Thrice Fired and then... Oh yeah, he did wear gloves. Oh my god, that should have been the biggest point of thing. Oh my god. So it does look like a leather glove thumbprint, this mark. But we know that Mr. McGilded had no injuries at the time anywhere on his body. From which we can conclude that any blood on the glove belonged to the victim, Mr. Mason. Mr. Naruhodo, you sound just like Mr. Sholmes. Minus the quirky slip-ups, I hope. Yes, I think you're right, Bruno. Very well, let's make a note of this. Okay, nice. Okay, it's Mr. Mason's blood. Okay, we're done? Okay, we're done. Oh my god. Ding dong, ding dong. Ah! I nearly jumped out of my skin there. How could Misty Windybank set such a wicked trap? I doubt he set out to scare anyone. Is that really the time? I think perhaps we should pay GINA another visit soon. Oh? Her trial is tomorrow. We must establish whether or not you will be defending her. I think we should ask her one more time. She may have changed her mind. Don't you remember, Bruno? You told her she could rip up the representation papers if she didn't want you to be her lawyer. Really? Did I say that? Oh my god, Rinosuke. Yes, you did. The deadline for submitting the paperwork is fast approaching. In that case, we had better hurry back to the prison and talk to GINA again. Okay, I guess we're going then. So let's move to the prison and meet GINA. 16th April, 5:41 PM, local prison, cell 13. Ah, GINA, good, you're back. Ah! The police must have finished questioning her then. Oh, how was it, Ginny? Was it awful? Oh, didn't bother me. Thank you for the papers you signed before. It meant we were able to investigate at Windy Banks. Oh, right. Don't you want to know how we got on? We have been ever so busy. What's the point in asking? Won't change what everyone's saying that I did it. That's not... GINA, we came to ask for your final decision. What decision? About tomorrow's trial. Will you let me defend you or not? I must submit the paperwork now if you like Mr. Naruhodo to represent you. Right, I see. She's really lost her fight all of a sudden. But I know what that feels like. The worry is just so hard to bear. Oh, Ryunosuke suffered the same fate, but then Kazuma was there, but he's not there anymore. Okay, let us present some stuff, I guess. We found it in Mr. Windybank's storeroom. The manuscript of Iris's latest story. Ah! Oh, right. Well, that's good then. Curiously, the storeroom at Windybank showed no sign of being ransacked for items of value or the like. With one exception, the box file that housed this manuscript. It was you, wasn't it, GINA, who broke open the box containing this manuscript last night? Eh? You were determined to find out whether or not the Hound of the Baskervilles was really there. That's the real reason you broke into the storeroom last night, isn't it? Ah! Why don't you tell us what happened, please? Okay, nice. We got some more information. Maybe we can present this. Do you see this pawnbroker's ticket, GINA? It's the one you took to Windybanks, isn't it? The one for the black overcoat that you're wearing now. Eh? What that? I don't know. They all look the same to me, those tickets. Surely not. Well, this one has a very obvious mark on it. That would appear to be blood. Eh? Does that ring any bells? I don't know. It all looks the same to me. Blood. And they all sound the same to me, these answers. Suspicious. Ay. Okay, what about these papers? GINA, I'd like to thank you for signing these papers. If you want to thank me, you can do it once you've got me off the hook. Alright then. Wait, what? Shouldn't she be thanking me then? You know what, Mr. Naruhodo? It ain't good manners to expect thanks if you do someone a favor. I know that! She's as tricky with words as she is with her fingers. Ay. Let's converse. What we've uncovered? Oh, alright then. Blimey, give it a rest with them eyes, Iris. So come on then, fill us in. Who done it? Unfortunately, we don't know that yet. You don't say. We don't know yet, GINA. But Mr. Naruhodo and all of us know that you are innocent of this crime. And while we haven't yet managed to work out who the real culprit is, there are a number of interesting facts that we have managed to establish. Oh yeah? Like what? Well, for example, the reason for you being there in the first place. I think I know why you broke into Windybanks that night. Okay, representation in court. We already have the representation papers and other documents we need. All we have to do is hand them to the court clerk. That is, if you'll allow me to represent you in court tomorrow. Come on, GINA. Nah, don't bother. Ginny, rip him up and chuck him, would ya? Them representation papers or whatever they're called. This cell ain't fancy enough to have a bin. So what will you do in court tomorrow? I'll be fine on my own. I don't think you will be. Look, it don't matter. What's gonna happen is gonna happen. This is one stubborn pickpocket. Okay, let's finally talk about Iris's manuscript. Alright, yeah, this Baskerville story. It's the latest Sholmes adventure, right? But it ain't been printed yet. So I figured it's gotta be worth a fair few pieces of silver, right? Oh yes, at least 5,000 pounds. What? So you intended to sell Iris's manuscript, did you? No, Jenny, how could you? But wait, no, hang on. Of course I wasn't gonna sell it. All I wanted to do was find out if the manuscript, or whatever you called it, really was there or not. That's the only reason I was in the place. For Iris's sake. Isn't that right? Ah! We knew why you'd done it from the start, GINA. Of course we did. But I knew you wouldn't do anything mean like that, Ginny. I just knew it. Well, when I saw that manuscript in the storeroom, it reminded me of what you said the night before. Grown-ups do a lot worse than that, believe me. Bare-faced liars, the lot of them. You just ain't realized it yet. I'm telling you, that mantle script ain't at Windy Banks. You'll soon see if you had a look. If I'm honest, I have wondered if Hurley's telling me the truth sometimes. I mean, that I sometimes wonder if he might have hidden my manuscript somewhere I don't know. Even though it's wrong of me to doubt him. Oh, Jenny, that was so sweet of you. Alright. I'll tell you why I did it. Just stop looking at me like that, Iris. Okay, reason for breaking in. It wasn't because of Iris, that's not why I did it. I just wanted to know the truth, that's all. You wanted to know if Mr. Sholmes was being honest, if he really deposited the manuscript at Windy Banks. It's like I told you the night before. I never had a father. But Iris's lot ain't like mine. She's got her dad, only she can't see him. And I reckon that's gotta be harder. That's why she writes her stories. They're about her dad, really. That's what it sounded like to me anyway, last night when I was listening to what you were saying. Stories about daddy? Oh, I hate that word, to be very honest. You mean they're not the adventures of a great detective? So much as the adventures of a great detective and his trusty partner? Oh, sorry, it's Rinosuke. Why am I speaking so low? Oh god. Well, that's how I see it, yeah. You're so thoughtful and so kind, Jenny. Yes, and we never thought any differently, did we? Look, give it a rest, will ya? I hate all this chummy nonsense. Did you hear? I hate it. I don't trust no one, alright? That's how I work. Because if you don't trust no one can let you down. So leave me alone. Go on, Scarper. Come on, Rinosuke. Hadn't noticed until now, but it's unmistakable. Right there on both sleeves of that overcoat. Of that overcoat are some very suspicious red stains. What? Why are you looking at me like that? I think it might be worth presenting some of our other findings in that area to GINA now. Wait. What do I present? Do I present this? Those stains on the sleeves of your new coat, GINA. They're blood, aren't they? Not that I know whose blood yet. What? But blood, Mr. Naruhodo. You don't appear to have any obvious wounds yourself, though. So could it be blood that spattered from Mr. Windybank when he was shot last night? Let's not beat around the bush here. This trusty friend of mine will get results much faster than anything else. Take it easy, Iris. Don't move, Ginny. I'm going to shoot. What color is it? Purple. Wait, that's choice-fired mason. Oh my! What the? Forget the sleeves. The whole coat is covered in blood. Of course, the black color of the fabric was masking the stains. That's why we haven't seen them until now. And the blood has reacted with the chemical to turn a purple color, which matches one of the samples we've already collected perfectly. Yes, now let's see. Who had the purple blood? Aha! Yes, it was the brickmaker Mr. Mason, the victim of the murder case 2 months ago. I knew it. What? What are you all on about? The victim? What you mean? Oh god, this is getting complicated and complicated. I know that's not a word, I'm just making it up. It's a rather uncomfortable situation, Mr. Naruhodo, but I think this might make things quite clear. It means the omnibus case is finally solved. The truth about who really murdered the brickmaker, Mr. Mason, is revealed. Oi! Would someone explain what's going on? Stop telling half a story. It was McGilded. That was no reason not to not to be McGilded. The truth of the omnibus case. We can see now that the victim's blood is all over Mr. McGilded's overcoat. But in the trial 2 months ago, the defendant said this in his testimony. Now I ask you, what good-hearted soul wouldn't rush to help a fella bleeding from his stomach? I wasn't about to start worrying about me gloves now, was I? I reached out to give the man a hand. But if you look at this overcoat now, it's clear. These stains couldn't have arisen from McGilded trying to pull the victim to his feet. No, if that was what had really happened, the blood wouldn't have splashed all over the front of the coat. The only explanation for this pattern of blood is that it splattered over McGilded's coat when he stabbed the victim in the stomach. I've tried to run from the truth for long enough, but there's no escaping it now. The true culprit in that case, Mr. Mason's killer, was Magnus McGilded. And he's dead. That's great. He's dead. I don't really care about him. Let's move on from him. Mr. Naruhodo, that horrible case is solved at last. And I helped the man walk free from the trial, but he died fine. I used all that twisted testimony and all that sham evidence to prove his innocence. How could I have let that happen? Hey, he's dead, guys. Don't worry too much about it. Bruno, did you believe him though? Did you believe Mr. McGilded was innocent? No, not even a speck. I believed, or rather, I think I was trying to believe. I wanted to, because believing in those you represent in court is the defense lawyer's greatest weapon. A weapon? Huh. A lawyer's weapon. Before we came to Great Britain, a great friend of mine taught me a valuable lesson. You mean Kazuma-sama? Listen, Ryunosuke. We lawyers are only human. We can't know for sure what is the truth and what is a lie. Which is why we must resort to our primary weapon. An unwavering belief in our clients. That's all we really have. Unwavering belief? Only when we truly believe what our clients tell us can we fight with everything we have for their cause. In any battle, there can be no victory without faith. So I believe you, unwaveringly. Kazuma. What's funny, GINA? It sounds like in this empire of Japan you came from, everyone must be soft. Well, come on, look at the mess it's got you into, believing in that bog trotter. Yes, I inadvertently helped a murderer walk free. Well, at least you've learned your lesson now, eh? Believing in people is never worth it. Someone always stabs you in the back in the end. Soon as you let down your guard, you've had it. Take a leaf out of my book. Believe no one. Get hurt by no one. I feel like you have to have a balance. Like you have to be, I guess you have to be very perceptive of and observative about what a person actually is. Then you make your decision on if you want to believe them or not. GINA, may I ask you something? What? I'd just like to make absolutely sure. What would you like us to do with these representation papers for tomorrow's trial? How many times do I have to say it? Rip him up and chuck him away. Are you really sure that's what you want? I bet that's what he wants and all now, Mr. I'm a believer lawyer over there. Don't forget it was me in that trial 2 months ago. I let everyone up the garden path, didn't I? And you're telling me you can believe in me after that? Not likely. Well, Mr. Naruhodo, a lawyer's primary weapon is an unwavering belief in his clients. Ultimately, it comes down to whether or not I feel I can trust GINA after everything that's happened. I trust her! Easy answer. GINA, let me say it again. Please allow me to represent you in tomorrow's trial. Eh? Are you half-baked? Not at all. You have not once admitted to committing the crime, have you? What's more, I believe that you're telling me the truth. Yay! Seriously, Mr. Naruhodo? Didn't you hear all of what I said before? I'm a born liar, Phipps just trip off me tongue, and I'm a diver, don't forget. I pulled the wool over your eyes 2 months ago and got you into all sorts of trouble. It's because of your livelihood. You were put in that circumstances that you became a diver and you became a pickpocketer or whatever, and you have this attitude towards people. But that doesn't mean you're a bad person. Why would you ever trust me now? I just don't get it. GINA, I do understand why you choose not to put your trust in others. But I assure you, there is more to this life than you yet realize. What do you mean? The world we live in is full of people you would do very well to trust. People who won't ever let you down. Aww. Eh? It's true that I'm just a student of law and I'm certainly lacking in courtroom experience. But I can promise you this. Whatever happens, and until my very last breath, I'm completely on your side. Oh, is she going to cry? What? What do you expect me to say to that? Oh, she's crying. Then it's decided. I will take these papers now and carry out the necessary preparations for tomorrow's trial. It would be a shame to throw them away now after it's been penned with your name so beautifully. Do what you like. You Eastern Lot are. I don't know what you are. I don't get ya. Yay! Ah, nice. Is Shomes okay? GINA's taken herself off to the back of her cell. She'd never admit it, but I hope she's feeling relieved. That turned out alright in the end, I think. Oh god. Why is the silence so deafening now? Whoever's hiding there, show yourself at once. Eavesdropping is the height of cowardice. Miss Susato? Somebody's there in the shadows. I can sense it. Somebody who wasn't there before. What? Bro, is this a... Bro, can you stop with this horror film thing? I'm scared. Blimey, you're sharp, eh? Oh, Gregson, okay. I suppose you were using one of those mystic Japanese arts, like the art of stealth I've heard so much about. Anyone was being stealthy, it was you, Inspector. Grexy! Oh dear me, I'm most terribly sorry, Your Ladyship. I didn't mean to startle you. How long have you been listening in on our conversation? Good grief, listening in? No. I just got word that there were some visitors who were refusing to leave even though it was after hours. I assure you, Ladyship, I only just arrived this very minute, not a moment earlier. That's all it is, nothing untoward, nothing at all. After hours? Is it that late already? So then, I'll humbly excuse myself now, Your Ladyship. Ta-ta, toodaloo, cheerio, all the best, bye-bye, and bye. That's a lot of farewells, and not one of them appropriate for her ladyship. Oh, but I want to have a chat. I'm terribly sorry, but time is pressing at the minute. Oh, I see. That's a shame. If I don't get this emergency at the Supreme Court dealt with sharpish, Lord Strongheart will, well... Emergency? Lord Strongheart? Nothing, forget I said anything. Anyway, I'm off. Alright, Drexy, if we have to, but let's chat soon. Delighted, charmed, can't wait. If you please, my pleasure. That's a lot of pleasantries, and not one of them sounded sincere. Ay. Drexy's so funny, he says such silly things. It's certainly entertaining to see an inspector of the police fall into a 10-year-old girl. But anyway, I wonder what this emergency is at the Supreme Court. I must attend the court clerk's office now before it closes. Yes, of course. Thank you, Miss Susato. No, but she's going to leave us. Kindly escort Iris home now, Mr. Naruhodo. I shall meet you there later. Are you going alone? I can come with you. And so our investigation came to an end. Susato-san went to file the necessary papers for my defense of GINA the following day. And then it hit me. I could no longer suppress the wretched feeling that had been gnawing away at my insides. Tomorrow, Susato-san would be leaving Britain and making her way back to Japan. That's so sad. 16th April, 11:13 p.m. Naruhodo's legal consultancy. Naruhodo-san, it's been a very trying day, hasn't it? I do hope you're not too exhausted. What about you, Susato-san? Today has been even more trying for you, I'm sure. Mr. Sholmes was shot before our eyes. GINA was arrested. All in the back of the news that her father has fallen ill and that she must return to Japan at once. I hope your father recovers soon. Thank you for your kind words. No. I wonder why it is that so many thoughts rage in my head like a storm, and yet I seem unable to find the words to express any of them. I know exactly what you mean. Anyway, I have one final task to complete as your judicial assistant. Once that is done, I shall make preparations for my departure tomorrow. One final task? Eh? What is this final task? Going back to Japan? It's just 2 months since we arrived in London, but we managed to establish this office. It was finally feeling as though we were settling in. I would be lying if I said I felt no regret. I am so sorry, Susato-san. It's just so sudden. I really don't know what to think. I've had no time to gather my thoughts. No, I know we've only been here a short time, but in my limited experience of the courtroom, I feel I've learned something. And what would that be? It seems to me there are many facets to people's personalities. Facets, and like a jewel, the light plays off them in complex patterns, illuminating their actions and their motives. But we see only a small number of the total facets, and what is illuminated is only a part of the whole story. What lies in the shadows? What do those facets we cannot see look like? Perhaps there are some parts we'll never lay eyes on for as long as we live. Damn, you're getting really philosophical, Rinosuke. That's so true. Sometimes I feel as though I'm blind to so much, but I keep hoping that one day it will all become clear, that all the facets will be illuminated, and I'll finally understand how everything fits together. Naruhodo-san, I suppose what matters is that we keep our eyes open and keep moving forward, even if the way sometimes seems dark. It's amazing to think it's been just 2 months. You've grown so much. Aww. Sorry? I have what? Oh no, it was nothing. Unimportant. Wait, can I examine stuff before... Oh yeah, I can examine stuff. I should examine stuff. What's the matter with me? Why am I examining things at a time like this? This is my last chance to talk to Susato-san before she leaves. Okay, I'm an idiot, I'm an idiot, I'm an idiot, I'm an idiot. Tomorrow's departure. Do you know what time you will leave London in the morning? Yes, I picked up my ticket earlier. I shall be leaving here at 4 AM. I see, well, I'll escort you to the station. Absolutely not. Sorry? I'm sure you realize why I couldn't possibly let you do that. You have a very important day ahead of you tomorrow. GINA's trial. Yes, I know, but every word you utter will have the potential to determine GINA's fate. You must get as much rest as possible, even though, like me, I'm sure you will find it hard to sleep. But please, for me, do try. Aw, one final task. You mentioned one final task a moment ago. What did you mean? Oh my, I nearly forgot. Please, I want you to have this. What is that? Some huge bundle of documents? It's my notes from the case 2 months ago. The murder that was committed on the omnibus. The McGilded case. It seems to me that this case of Mr. Windybank's murder, of which GINA is accused, is very much tied up with the omnibus case in ways that are not yet completely apparent. So I took the liberty of consolidating my writings about the case for you. With everything else she's had to think about, Susato-san still managed to do this, and all neatly laid out for me in her beautiful handwriting. Oh my god, no! It was my pleasure. I can only hope that it will bolster your case tomorrow for GINA. I'ma use it forever. Susato, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Susato-san. I will do my best to use it wisely. You really are the best judicial assistant in the world. Well, that's extremely flattering. No, can we not leave? But I'm sorry to say that I've been a complete failure Sorry? I didn't quite catch what you said there. Oh, ignore me. Why are we doing this again? Bro, Kazuma did not say his thing and he died. So that's one, you better not die. And you better tell me right now what the fuck you're hiding from me. Oh, ignore me. I was just mumbling to myself. Okay, notes collated by Miss Sato. Well, it's getting rather late. I'm sorry, Siddhartha, but I need to look at your notes right now. This is a very bad time, but okay. Omnibus murder case summary. Victim found deceased on the last scheduled omnibus of the day after a stab wound to the abdomen. Mason Milverton, occupation brickmaker, East End of London. Trial summary. Defendant Magnus McGilded, prosecution attorney Lord Baroque Monseeks, defense attorney Renosuke Naruhodo. Conviction was assured with 3 eyewitnesses' testimonies. However, a surprise 4th witness testimony resulted in acquittal due to insufficient evidence. Okay. Well, it's getting rather late. I think you should go to bed now, Naruhodo-san. I must finish packing up my things in my room. Sato-san, I wish you the very best of luck tomorrow. Good night. No! Wait, there's something I need to say. Hiya! No. Dude. What was that? A secret technique of mine. Suzato's shit shut down. Shut down? No. Please, I implore you. If we have to voice our goodbyes, I won't be able to hold back my tears. No. No. Oh no. I guess we can sleep concussed, Rinosuke. Sato-san. It truly had been a trying day. On our feet for hours, getting GINA to open up to us, and learning the truth about that nemesis of a case. Physically and mentally, I was exhausted, and yet the idea of sleep seemed impossible. But I forced myself to close my eyes, and as a cacophony of scenes of our lives here in London played through my mind. Eventually, my fatigue triumphed, and I fell into a deep sleep. Okay, why is this silence? I feel like another horror thing is gonna happen. Okay, not to be continued. 17 April, the small hours, St. Sinners Hospital, Ward 3. Sholmes, are you alright? Yes, I quite understand. That is a great weight of my mind. Sholmes? You're right. Rest assured, I shall put everything in place exactly as we have discussed. Thank you so much. It has been an honor and a pleasure to be acquainted with you, Mr. Sholmes. On the contrary, the pleasure has been mine. I bid you farewell, and Godspeed. Who the fuck is he talking to? Oh, Sudato! My dear madam. Hold it, that's the end of the video. See you next time.